Today I'm checking out a keyboard unlike any I've seen before, the Akko YU01. Crafted from a single piece of resin inspired by Chinese jade, this keyboard has a glossy, unique look that's hard to ignore. Let's dive in and see if the Akko YU01 lives up to its striking design. Now, before we begin, I just want to let you know that this video was sponsored by Akko, who provided the YU01 free of charge for the purpose of this review. However, rest assured, all opinions you hear today are completely my own and unbiased. Before we get any further into the video, let's take a look at the unboxing experience. So the box has a cool Chinese themed outer sleeve, and inside the keyboard itself is wrapped in foam and a plastic dust cover, followed by the user manual underneath. You get in a big accessory box containing a coiled USB A to C cable, a keycap puller, switch puller, spare switches, and the wireless receiver. Yeah, so you're getting a pretty nice unboxing here. Now there's no slot in the case for the 2.4 GHz wireless receiver, but honestly, I'm okay with that because I'd rather preserve the nice resin finish. Okay, I'm going to quickly go over some of the main specs and features before I get into my own thoughts and opinions. The Akko YU01 comes in at $129.99 on AkkoGear.com. They've got Black Friday discounts coming up real soon, so all information can be found in the description. The board features a non-exploded 65% ANSI layout. It's also got tri-mode connectivity, meaning you can connect via Bluetooth, 2.4 GHz wireless, or wired USB-C. It also features a 3750 mAh battery. With the main specs and features out of the way, let's start by taking a surface level look at this keyboard. So yeah, I mean, you can't deny it looks unique. It's really soft and glossy, and for some reason makes me hungry. I don't know, it just looks edible or something. So it's made from a single piece of resin, and it's actually Akko's first mass-produced resin keyboard. Fun fact, the YU in YU01 means jade in Chinese, which is what the design was inspired by. It comes in two themes, antique or white jade, where the only difference is the keycap color. The bases are the same in both. So yeah, there's a good weight to the keyboard. As said, it's a single piece of resin. It's exceptionally soft to the touch. There's pretty much no flex to the keystroke, but I'll talk a little bit more about that later in the video. But yeah, overall it feels like a very sturdy and well-built keyboard. Being all resin, I did expect few features on the case itself. There's a small rubber case foot on each corner for grip on your desk, as well as an information sticker. I'm going to test removing that so you don't have to. Again, the edges are completely clean. They've got that nice rounded soft design. The USB-C port is sunk into the case and it's got this kind of gold plated look. It looks really nice to me. Back up on the surface, you're getting a compact 65% layout and it's non-exploded. I don't know why, but I feel like the non-exploded suits this board. There's no space in between any of the keys, no knobs, it's all condensed together. The keycaps are made from transparent polycarbonate. To me, they feel a little bit cheap, so not the best. They were, however, designed for RGB. I'll talk a bit more about that shortly. They come in the ASA profile, so not too traditional, but I think it complements the theme well. For me personally, I do not like the font choice. It feels kind of gamery on a keyboard that otherwise doesn't. I did also have a small little print imperfection on my U key. Also, this may be a niche observation, but if you're like me and you have a monitor light bar, it kind of creates this shiny glare on the keycaps that makes it hard to see. Alright, moving a layer deeper, the YU01 comes with special edition Piano Pro switches. They come in this all white colour for design consistency, so if you wanted to get these separately, I don't think it's actually possible. They require 45 grams of operating force, making them a pretty light to mid-range switch. Overall, the board falls on the clackier side with a high-pitched sound to me. It's not bad, but it's not exactly my preference either. Put it this way, if it's your first custom keyboard, I think it's going to sound good. The stabilizers all sounded great, there was no tick or rattle. Okay, so you're getting a 3750 mAh battery here. It's pretty good, but my threshold is 4000, so it's satisfactory. Okay, on to RGB. Yeah, if you like RGB, you're gonna like this keyboard. The keycaps are transparent, so the backlight shines through nice and vibrant. The case itself has its own RGB LEDs diffused beautifully throughout the case. The resin just makes for soft and honestly really nice diffusion. I know I said earlier it's not really a gaming keyboard, but if you did want to use it for that purpose, it's got a 1000 Hz polling rate in both wired and 2.4 GHz modes. As well as that, it's got N key rollover, which is pretty much a must if you're gonna game, so it's well capable in my opinion. Onto software, and I'm happy to report that this keyboard comes with VIA support. For those that don't know, this basically just means you don't need to download any of those third-party sketchy softwares. It's available right through the browser and it's a trusted tool. Okay, I'm going to perform a teardown to showcase the internal structure of the YU01. So to get this thing open, you need to take the switches and keycaps out, and then you'll find screws on the inside. So there's a sticky foam on the back of the PCB that I didn't want to tear up, so I couldn't unscrew the internal sandwich, so for now I'm keeping it together. So you're getting a non-flex cut polycarbonate plate with plate-mounted stabilizers. The PCB is 5-pin hot swappable with south-facing RGB LEDs. As with most pre-builds nowadays, you're getting plenty of foams and films. At this point, we can highlight one of the main downsides to this keyboard in my opinion. It's got a tray mount design, which as I said, for me resulted in a really stiff typing experience. Now from Akko's side, this is one big solid piece of resin, so I get it was probably hard to implement, but if a V2 was to come around the corner, I'd like to see a gasket mount. Alright, as always, it's time to play the sound test before I leave you with my closing remarks and recommendations. So the Akko YU01 is certainly one of the more unique boards out there, and with its resin construction it's clear that it has a niche target audience. For some it might feel like a bit of a novelty, but I think that's part of its charm. It's not going to give you the bounce or flex of a gasket mount keyboard, but for a tray mount the YU01 still holds up pretty alright with a clacky sound profile. For me it definitely does feel like the first iteration of something that could be really good. The typing experience is far too stiff for my liking, and the keycaps could be better in terms of both font and material. At the same time they didn't compromise on connectivity due to the resin, as well as it has VIA support, and the overall board feels smooth and well constructed with its obvious unique appeal. So it really just does come down to what you're looking for in a keyboard. Let me know your thoughts. Might the YU01 make it onto your desk? That concludes this review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, consider dropping a like and subscribing because your support is greatly appreciated and it's free to do. Another massive thanks to the people over at Akko for making this video possible.